Welcome back to Metal Heroes episode 79. Once again, only 2 episodes because the reason why is because I have 6 anime to review. Lucky enough, 2 are wrapping up today. I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch basically the first one, which is going to be The Healer Was Banished from His Party. That's going to be next. And then Remember Half. And then it's going to be Demon Lord Retry. You're thinking, wow, that's like 3. Well, technically watching 2 episodes of Demon Retry because, well, they released 2 episodes today. Which, I'll talk about that later. So, let's discuss the episodes 17 and 18. Well, the whole thing with 17 is that, the kids might know what their father is because basically the younger of the two, the boy, he's really missing his father that badly. And so they kind of figure out exactly what he possibly might be. So basically the young girl, Kaneko, she accidentally leaves her new purse that she just got for her birthday, which also just happens to contain her father's bank book. Now, why in the world would she be carrying that, which makes no freaking sense at all, and it's never mentioned she got it back. I would think that basically Juspion would find a way to get that back for her. Given the fact he probably can do it. Give or take. So, yeah, of course, the Wrath once again. And this, I think that would be the last time we would see the people who were at this, because the last episode featured, I think, like, possibly, it could have been, like, the last time we see the couple that first showed up in, like, I think it was, like, episode number 8, I think it was. Because I remember basically they brought the characters back in like episode like 14, I think it was. Yeah, they brought these 2 people back. And they appear somewhat frequently. But I think possibly that episode 17 might be the last time we see them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I don't know if they're gonna return again or not. I don't know. I know Boomerang's not returned again in episode 31. So he's been gone for quite a while. So basically, like, by the way, 17 does feature a Mega Beast. And it's called the Head Rimmer. And this thing is just summoned out of nowhere. Yeah, it's like basically at this point the monsters are not the focal point. It's like, we gotta have a mega beast battle in the episode because that's the theme. Because this feels very tacked on, given what goes on in the episode. And of course, basically this is the second episode without the Ika, and then of course basically there's like stuff going on. Not a lot is going on with 17. Of course, Jas meets the monster. And then the very next episode, here's something interesting. We do briefly feature Jasmine's spaceship, but here's the thing, it does not transform this episode. It's the first episode, no transformation. I'm like, wow, that's different. And he actually does something in this episode that feels like a Metal Hero series. I feel like basically it's like basically Toei was trying so hard to rip off Sentai. So hard to rip off the series. And because, we gotta have big monster battle, we gotta bring like a Megazord in and basically the monster. My guess is this is probably the rare strike, like, hey, can we actually do an episode that feels like a Metal Heroes episode? So this one's quite interesting because the plot of this one is like while looking for the kids who had left once again. And actually, no, he went look for the father once again. And Juspion, all of a sudden, there's this picture that comes up right on. Now, here's the thing. Now, 17, I think, was brief mention of his parents because they've never mentioned his parents prior to this episode. Never. At 17. And in 18, we finally get a chance to do more with that. So if we find out that he actually keeps a locket around his neck, that's a picture of his late parents. His parents were killed in an accident, as he described last episode. Yeah, they're basically shot down a freaking spaceship. So, and then reveals Zemba's deal. Like, it's like it takes over as like the main villain this episode. And by the way, second episode with no Mega Beast. I think Saint Garth is here for a quick cameo. He doesn't really do anything at all this whole episode. Not really, no. It's like he just stays out of this episode. It's like, wow. It's almost like Matt Gallant seems like more the main villain than his own father. I think his parents was, like I said, quick cameo. Just to notify, hey, I'm here, and do nothing with the guy. Now, it was this episode written by the... now, in case you're curious, would there be another episode feature like no Mega Beast? I think like the next time this would happen, I'm looking at basically right now, next time this happen would not be until episode 32. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's almost last time, but that more dealt with basically big plot device, the Golden Bird. Yep. Yeah, so basically Zamba was part of this machine empire, and like they were killing but we'll get with more of that. So and they really traps for him. Oh, and Matt Gallant mentions to Matt Gallant is like, change work with him, he gets a planet for humans. And he wants this one. And Matt Gallant's like, fine. I got no problem with that. You know, so we still want to establish Mega Beast Empire, and yet no Mega Beast in episode 18. None. So Matt Gallant just doesn't do anything in this episode. He just stands on silence. We actually see him briefly in the suit, but he doesn't do anything. He doesn't fight Juspion, surprisingly. So, and of course, they kidnap the kids once again because, well, that's become a recurring trend since like episode 13. Since the Never Family's debut, it's like every episode we gotta have them kidnap the kids, and I guess they got tired of it and they just left. After 6 episodes of featuring these kids, they just leave. So, yeah, and that, of course, reveal more in that shed, and of course, basically the trap. At one point, basically, Jasmine's wounded, so he can't transform, and then the Golden Bird just randomly shows up, takes him, basically, kind of falls into a cave, and then becomes his parents, his dead parents, Gary and Anna, which they apparently work for the Galactic Federation. He's a caretaker, and she is a zookeeper. Or basically, they go to planets to check out animals, and then the Machine Empire shows up to kill all the animals. They're told to stop, and of course, they're attacking, and of course, then somehow, them attacking them caused the Galactic Federation to declare war on the Machine Empire over harming animals. Yes. And the Machine Empire is completely destroyed because of this nonsense, because of this stuff. And then supposedly that Zamba killed him by causing the crash that happened prior to the first episode. How, well, Jasmine got to Ichi's planet. And then they show this little script for the Golden Bird. And then he contacts Eiji. He's like, what? And he says, what is it, Juspion? Look, stuff for the Golden Bird. This was made before the death. He's like, well, that's a good reason to summon him. Well, this seems like more like a hologram, like basically like an astral projection. I don't think he's probably still on his home planet. But I'm sure he probably appreciates the information, and he just let us know what he needs to do. He gets his power. By the way, he gets wounded by, of course, they explain that Zanba is a robot. Yeah, he's a freaking robot. Which, there was no hint to that part of this episode. Not really. It's just that he hated the parents, and of course, oh yeah, he's a robot. Because we got right around the series for some reason. So, then, of course, basically, it's about him and uses he fires on him, and then it's going to reveal his android form, and he's calling him a greenhorn, and he bows him for a bit. Eventually, he's shown by the cosmic healing, making the second person killed by the slicing move. You know, the thing that the Metal Hero series is famous for, like the slicing of all the bad guys with freaking laser swords. Yeah, he has a sword, he uses it, but he does not use a laser thing. It's almost like some writers are basically just say, no, we got basically copy Sentai for reasons. Eventually, he himself is destroyed. Now, it is written by the guy who actually wrote and look at this, he did write this episode, but he didn't necessarily write all the episodes as the head writer for Juspion. Of the episodes so far, the 18 episodes, he's done pretty much all of them. Yes. I would say 20 is going to be this first one he actually misses. He only misses I'm looking at this right now, it looks like he misses 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all but 4 episodes, which is not bad actually. But it's almost like maybe he wanted to do it, possibly. Yeah, and this will be the last time we see Zampa. He's killed in this episode, and he's never seen again. Yeah, I'm like, wow, what a very short time for this character. Yeah. It's almost like basically, ever since he showed up, he's kind of like a secondary antagonist. It's like he's the main general for Gallant, because Satan Garth doesn't really do anything at all. Which, yeah. Yeah. Also, the Iron Wolf gets a chance to do some action. I'm like, wow, something from an actual Metal Hero series. You know, a motorcycle used as something to fight the bad guys with, instead of just occasionally appearing. It's like either they didn't have the budget for this series, or they just didn't care to do it at all. Heck, by the way, the drill thing that Jasmine has, in 18 episodes, he's used it roughly 4 times in 13 episodes. The motorcycle, he's used 6 times in 18 episodes. A lot of the time, I think he forgets he has a damn thing. I'm like, you can use it for transport, and by the way, him having a car, I do admit the car is different, because the first 3 guys all had Jeeps. In case you're curious though, did Spielman have a Jeep too? He did. And Jasper's probably the first one to drive a regular car instead of driving a Jeep for a change. Yep. But now let's leave it episode. I do enjoy episode 18. I didn't like 17 very much at all, given the fact there was not much going on that one. But yeah, that's pretty much a particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do the dislike button. Well, next up is going to be, well, I was thinking of a Comic Corner, but I figured I can wait for that. I'm going to go ahead and work on the final episode for Season 1 for Heroes Banishment Heroes Party. Okay, next video. Bye.